My name is Michael Steinhauser, and I am Professor for Early Christian Literature at Trinity College. It was my pleasure to edit and prepare for publication the dialogue which took place between Cardinal Ratzinger and the faculty of the Toronto School of Theology. That dialogue took place in 1986. It was before anyone would have thought that he would become Benedict XVI. What I found interesting about going through that document and preparing it for the Toronto Journal of Theology was that he had an idea of the development of dogma, and the development of dogma that he uses as a basis, or the idea that is the basis of his development of dogma, is actually the thought of John Henry Cardinal Newman. John Henry Cardinal Newman, of course, put that idea forth in his monumental work on the development of Christian doctrine. I think that Ratzinger, and later as Benedict XVI, used that thought really to understand how to deal with dissent in the Church. The idea that there is a certain core dogma that can be looked at in different ways and can be developed in different ways, but fundamentally the core always stays the same. And with using this principle, it appears to me that that was how he was able, when he was in the congregation of the faith, how he was able actually to say certain people are in dissent of the church, or that they must recant what they are saying, and other people are allowed to reflect upon that. It's a very fine line, and it definitely, my impression was, and still is, that there is much to learn from the idea of the development of dogma, and to look at that again in our own age, to see basically what is there in the core doctrine of the Church that actually can be developed to meet the challenges of the 21st century. We're also celebrating the 50th anniversary of the Second Vatican Council, and that was a very important, of course, event for Roman Catholics as well as for all Christians. And in speaking of that, the Cardinal Ratzinger actually was said that he did not think that the Second Vatican Council was just simply a council like other councils that defined dogmatic positions and made dogmatic statements, but that it was really a theological reflection. And that would be very interesting for us today, if we want to go back and to read those documents, to look at them not simply as a document which said something about dogma, but that it was theological reflection. But the next step I think we could take by putting the idea of the development of dogma together with the idea that the Second Vatican Council is really theological reflection, is to ask where in that Second Vatican Council document is there room for reflection that is development. All right. So the article is very interesting, and I hope when you read it, you find it as interesting as I did. Thank you very much.